Smith with Johnson. With it back. For the alley-oop. Oh, what a...
Running with Smooth right down the lane. He posterizes Nahara.
And it's sent back by Josh Smith. A spectacular swat.
Smith. Oh, my goodness. Whoa. Check the rim for bruises after that one.
What is your opponent supposed to do when you could dunk on them at any moment, you can ball handle like a guard, and you could defend them like a lock? Today I'm going to show you an unstoppable build, and it is called the Slashing 4. The most underrated build in 2K history. This build is made specifically to break down the defense and make your opponent rage. It has 60 badges, yes you heard me, 60, which include 24 finishing, 1 shooting, 13 playmaking, and 22 defense. Let's break down the build one by one. The major flaw about this build is that you need a 80 ball handle in order to get the pro dribble moves. And man, if you were able to get them, then it would have been a GG. But still, this build is still really good, and with the speed boosting glitch, it's not a problem. Now for the positives. This build gets the most contact dunks in this game out of any other slashing build. It doesn't matter if you're a pure red or a 7'3" center, you will be getting posterized. If you don't believe me, I will be showing a bunch of my highlights at the end of the video, so stay tuned for that. For defense, we have the ability to guard all 5 positions, no matter what build it is. I'll break that down more once we get into the badges and attributes. But to put the cherry on top, this build has 85 speed. Once again, 85 speed. Of course, with Gym Rat, Downhill, and Takeover, we get 99 speed, which is honestly mind-blowing. I could go on and on about this build, but I'm just gonna start now. First things first, I decided to call it the Josh Smith build because he was just such a great player back in his day and was nearly impossible to be guarded by. I specifically used Hawks Josh Smith because that was him at his peak where he dominated the most. That was just a minor detail. Now let me show you the actual build. For the attributes, which I will be saying in a 99 point of view, he has a 97 close shot, a 83 driving layup, which gives us long athlete, 98 driving dunk, which is just such a killer. This gives us literally every dunking animation this game has to offer. A 99 standing dunk and a bad post hook, which is not needed at all. We also got a 60 free throw, which is okay for prom and rec, 77 pass accuracy, and a 75 ball handle. That right there puts us in the conversation for a point forward. Now for the defense, 74 interior defense, which is more than usable, especially with Hall of Fame Intimidator on. 88 perimeter defense, 86 wild quickness. I didn't put a high steal, but still have a good rating with a 51. A 78 block that feels as if you have it in the high 90s because I chose max wingspan. Also a 83 rebound, which is straight up ridiculous. Now for the badges. Hall of Fame Acrobat, which gives the ability to make crazy layups at a higher rate. Hall of Fame Contact Finisher, Hall of Fame Fancy Footwork, Hall of Fame Relentless Finisher, Hall of Fame Showtime, which gives you the ability to have team takeover, and Hall of Fame Slithery Finisher. You can switch these badges around any way you want, but this is the best setup I go with. Now for the shooting badges, you can choose between 2 things, Slippery Off Ball or Ice and Veins. But as you can see, I chose Slippery Off Ball because I play Park a lot more than 5v5. For the playmaking, now this is ridiculous. Gold Downhill, Gold Flashy Passer. This is when you do a flashy pass, and if your teammate makes it in, not only does your takeover go up by a lot, but your teammate does as well. Bronze Post Spin Technician, which is one of my favorite badges of this year. Gold Quick First Step, and Gold Unparkable. For the defensive badges, this is where I show you that you can guard every position. For example, I won the Rush 1v1 event on this build, where I faced off against point guards, post scorers, and just other crazy builds in general, where they were just locked up and couldn't do anything against me. Now for the badges. Silver Box, Hall of Fame Clamps, Hall of Fame Intimidator, Hall of Fame Pogo Stick, Hall of Fame Rebound Chaser, Silver Rim Protector, which is the same as Hall of Fame anyways, but that's besides the point, and Silver Worm. This is the best badge setup you can run with in Park. But for the rush event, I took off Box and Worm and put on Hall of Fame Post Move Lockdown. That is what makes the build so OP. The ability to guard multiple positions at such a great outcome. Just imagine if we were a legend, this build would have a total of 100 badges. So I recommend those who plan on seriously grinding this game out to become a legend, then this build is the way to go. And yes, I know I mentioned that for the center in my other video, but this build really makes a great case to being one of the best builds in 2K21. And that's all I have for the video. Please subscribe, like, and leave a comment. Peace.